During the voyage you will reach a height of some 50 metres above sea level, and you'll be able to enjoy views extending as far as 25 miles. As we ascend the westerly arc, you will have great views over the English Channel to the south, and of course northerly panoramic views across the city of Brighton and Hove and beyond. Some of the sights to look out for include the Palace Pier, now known as Brighton Pier, right next to us, which opened in 1899. And beyond, the ruins of the legendary West Pier, built in 1866, whose magnificent concert hall saw performances by Sir Edward Elgar, and was also a location for the 1973 film Carry On Girls. Looking to the west and the north, there are many notable sights. The Royal Pavilion, a former royal residence dating from 1787, designed in the style of the grand Indian buildings of that era. Originally a seaside retreat for George, Prince of Wales, who later became King George IV. The prince is said to have had a tunnel dug from the pavilion to his girlfriend's house nearby, laying the foundations for Brighton's first ever Dirty Weekend. It was subsequently used for holidays by Queen Victoria and is now open to the public. To the northwest is Brighton's original town hall. It's easy to spot, with its openings occupied by Oscar Wilde on more than one occasion. Popular since Victorian times, the huge pebble beach below stretches for several miles and has helped to put Brighton in the world's top 10 beach destinations, despite the pebbles and the cold seawater. But it's fine once you're in, also I hear. It was traditionally thought to have medicinal qualities. Certainly wakes you up. In fact, even the young Winston Churchill swam here regularly whilst a schoolboy in Hove. Further along to the west you can see Hove Lawns with the angel statue dedicated to the city's nurses. This also marks the border between Brighton and Hove. A few miles further west you can see the tall chimney of Shoreham Power Station, Shoreham Harbour, and beyond that along the coast is the town of Worthing. On a clear day you can see the pier. Just across the gardens from Brighton Pavilion lies the Brighton Dome, host to the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest, which launched ABBA into superstardom with their song Waterloo. The city of Brighton and Hove has been a magnet to poets, artists, celebrities, composers, posers, inspiration to authors, pre-Raphaelites, engineers such as Brunel, business minds such as Dame Anita Roddick. A city surrounded by beautiful countryside, the South Downs National Park, recognised as an area of outstanding natural beauty. The views near Devil's Dyke were said by the painter Constable to be the finest he had ever witnessed. Royal Alexandra Children's Hospital, which has a nautical-themed design, and that it resembles an ark, as in Noah's. Up on the hill behind Camptown sits Brighton Racecourse, one of only 3 in the UK which is not circular, and not a lot of people know that. Right next to us to the east is the Volks Railway. One-time Brighton resident, Magnus Volk, was an electrical engineer and an amazing inventor. His electric railway, built in 1883, is the oldest anywhere in the world, still regularly taking passengers up towards the Peter Pan playground and the Naturist beach. Best not to get those two mottled up. And onwards towards Brighton Marina. The marina is an artificial harbour just over a mile away to the east. It was constructed throughout the 1970s and became the largest in Europe. It now has hundreds of boat moorings as well as restaurants and boutique shops. Just behind the marina, up on the hill, is the famous Rodine School for Girls, which was founded in 1885. It's set in 118 acres of the Surrey Downs. Distinguished former pupils include the fictional Lady Penelope from Thunderbirds. About 10 miles further in the same direction, past the White Cliffs, is the town of New Haven. It has a large fort built in the 1860s to defend the growing port.
We can see my motor from here.
Back to Brighton and Hove, and about 1 mile north of us lies St Peter's Church, one of the finest early Gothic revival churches in the UK. It was built in the 1820s by Sir Charles Barry, who of course built the Houses of Parliament in London. A little way along the seafront to the